is cooking looking. Should I just... Nope. You just chill. Oh, we're chilling. We're chilling. What is cooking good lookings? I hope you guys have been well. Honestly, I haven't been too well, and there's a vulnerability there, but you know, we're working through it. I'm super excited for this. This is actually gonna be a four video series. Yes, I had to think about that for a sec. And it's gonna be all about attachment types. So this is gonna be my first video. It's gonna be my introductory video where I'm gonna briefly go over the 3 attachment types and the 4th little subtype. And then I will be doing a video individually and exclusively for each attachment type, going more into detail, how to combat it, how to deal with it, do's and don'ts, and let's get started. First and foremost, attachment types stem from an attachment theory which was done or initiated by a man named John Bowlby. Homeboy did a pamphlet after or during World War II and after World War II on orphans and on the homeless people. He was a psychoanalyst, and that's essentially where he came up with this idea of like, oh, there's attachment types, people respond differently. And then Mary Ainsworth helped him put it together. She essentially did a lot of the background work. She was also a psychoanalyst and they worked together, but of course she did not get any credit, so here I am saying her name and showing her ugly picture. However, both of them deviated the idea of this attachment theory, of course, from our favorite homeboy, Freud. A lot of it is kind of questionable, but over the years it's been really like just concentrated, focused, revamped, and I just wanted to share the origins to accredit the old white people that actually sort of started this whole thing. Attachment types. What is attachment type? Attachment type is how somebody responds in a relationship, whether it be a romantic relationship, a parental relationship, a friendship relationship, doesn't matter. It is how somebody is in that relationship. So what they demand, what they seek for, what they offer, how they are. So all very important things. If you want a successful relationship, you need to understand yourself and you need to understand your person. So let's jump right in. There are 3 major attachment types. There is secure, anxious, avoidant, and within avoidant we have 2 subcategories. We have an avoidant defensive and we have an avoidant fearful. So what does each one truly entail? Let's start with secure. Secure people are the majority of people. It composes about 60% of people, and those people are typically very trusting. They have high sense of self-worth, high sense of like worth of others. They communicate very well. They're okay with understanding their emotions. In tune with your emotions? I'm jealous. They're typically very like cooperative and very like flexible behavior. These are the people that will be like, hey, what's wrong? Let's work it out. These are also the people that if you text them, be like, hey, I'm busy all day, they're cool with it. They're not gonna freak out. They're gooch. You just communicate. They'll communicate right back. Typically with them, it's a very easygoing relationship. They don't seek trouble. They don't seek anything that's gonna cause conflict. They simply seek joy and happiness, and you know that they're there when you need them, and they know that you're there whenever they need you. My second type, not my second type, but the second type, is the anxious. These are what I like to call sensitive Sallies. I'm sorry, Sallies out there, but like sensitive Sallies. Anxious people, that was me for the longest freaking time. They're always nervous, so they have a high like sense of worth of others, but not of themselves. A lot of times it comes with self-esteem issues. A lot of times it is this need for constant affirmation and this whole like the clingy, anxious. They're scared that you're gonna leave them. They're scared of being hurt. So they just cling, they hold on, they don't want to let go. Kind of like me with my cat as he scratches and runs away. He's an avoidant, by the way, which we'll get to. But they're very much, you need constant affirmation. You need to be texting them. Even if you're busy and you say, hey, I'm gonna be busy all day, they're gonna be like, well, wait, what did I do? Are they trying to avoid me? Are they trying to this? Are they trying to that? They're so bad with communication. Terrible. We suck at it. What is communication? We're supposed to tell you how we feel? Yeah, no. You're supposed to understand it. You're supposed to read our minds. It's as simple as that. They also get very triggered very easily without even knowing that they're being triggered, because again, we're not in tune with our emotions. So a lot of times we'll get triggered and we'll lash out, we'll act up, and then it's only until somebody brings it to our attention that we're like, oh yeah, trauma. So that's your favorite anxious. Lastly, we have the avoidant, and within the avoidant there are two subcategories. There's the dismissive and the fearful. The dismissive avoidant is very much the type of person that's like, relationships who? I don't need it, I don't want it, we are good without it, yeah, we vibing, we don't need other people, we thriving, yeah, no, those people are the ones that are gonna tell you, I don't need a relationship, yeah, honey, we all need relationships, they don't have to be romantic, that's how we survive. Avoidant, dismissive, tend to be very self-reliant, very secure within themselves, which is great, but they also tend to avoid people and avoid reality, and they won't face the fact, they'll actually avoid their feelings, kind of where the avoidant dismissive comes from. They just tend to ignore it. It doesn't exist. I don't have to think about it. But they can actually become vulnerable in crises. So say they actually start facing something and they need somebody, that's when they'll kind of like it's like the last straw kind of thing for them. They'll be like, okay, yeah, no, I sort of need help, but also very selective on who they become vulnerable with. And the second subtype is the avoidant fearful. Hi, Kay, I'm pretty sure that's sort of like where I am right now. And those people are a lot more dependent than the avoidant and dismissive. However, they're still fairly independent, but they have this huge fear of rejection. And oftentimes, unlike the dismissive avoidant, they actually seem to have a lower self-esteem. So it's sort of like a mix between the anxious and the avoidant. And they have super high anxiety in relationships. They always try to self-sabotage. They're always like, this is not gonna work. I will never find anybody. I need this, this, and this. They set these criteria that are almost impossible to reach. And they really set themselves up for this mentality of, it doesn't matter, I won't find it. And if I find it, I'm gonna get hurt. So they're just constantly thinking about how they're gonna get hurt all the time. Now, since I went through this, based on our favorite old white people, Bowlby, why? What are these names? Okay, Bowlby and Answorth, they believe that actually attachment types originate from birth and a relationship between the child and their mother. And they used to say that relationship types were not dynamic, they were static, you could not change. Once you were a type, you were a type, and that was it. However, with current research, we see that you are able to alter your type ever so slightly. You're never gonna become from like avoidant to 100% secure overnight simply because you cognizantly choose to. That's just not how it is. It's okay to be whatever you are. The thing is, you have to identify what it is you are, what it is you need in a relationship, and you have to be able to identify who works with who. So secure people are great. They just go both ways. They're like anxious, come here, let me give you love. Avoidant, come here, let me give you love, but also let me give you your space, but also like let me reaffirm you sometimes that I won't leave you. You wanna pull crazy crap on me and go like, ah, I'll deal with it. We're good. So secure people are great with anxious and avoidant. However, anxious and avoidant people are like same magnet poles. You don't. That is destruction waiting to occur. Imagine somebody who's super needy and somebody who's super like, I need my space, I need my time, please don't talk to me for 3 weeks. And wow, 3 weeks is a long time. Ooh. If they tell you don't talk to me for 3 weeks, there might be more of an issue. But anyway, say like somebody who's very busy at work and doesn't like to be communicating on their phone at work, or they have a lot of friends that they hang out with, and an anxious person will go nuts and an avoidant person will go even more nuts because the anxious person is picking fights and getting really insecure, and the avoidant person feels like they don't have enough space and enough time and enough of their own being. That being said, it's not impossible. I just don't recommend it. Most times when a person gets in a secure relationship, whether it be a friendship or whatever, with a secure person, it is very likely that the anxious or avoidant will be pulled more towards the secure kind of spectrum. So also like, please envision this as a spectrum, but you do fall under one of these three, and don't tell me you don't, because talk to me and I will point out what you are real quick. But a lot of people get pulled into the more secure. However, it's very dangerous because a lot of times you can pull somebody out of secure and into anxious and into avoidant. I've done it before. It's not pretty. It's not. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because when secure people get pulled out of security and go into anxious or avoidant, they start freaking out because they're like, I'm freaking out. Why am I freaking out? Now I'm freaking out. Then I'm freaking out. Ah, why am I freaking out? I shouldn't be freaking out. Why am I freaking out? I'm freaking out. Don't do it. Know yourself. Know the people. It's very easy to figure out who's who from very few interactions, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And I will actually be sharing in each of my upcoming videos specific characteristics and things to notice, and things that essentially highlight what type of attachment style this individual has, whether it be secure, anxious, or avoidant. It is very important for you to know your attachment style first, because if you don't know your attachment style, you're going to be going out there trying to get with everybody and anybody, and you're going to be wasting your time, you're going to be hurting yourself, and you're going to be hurting others. So just watch my upcoming videos. Like, I know I gave you a brief overview. If you can't tell what attachment style you are based on this overview, which I'm pretty sure you can, you're just ignoring it, in which case you're most likely an avoidant. But if you can't, watch my next videos. I will probably be releasing them over a span of a week to a week and a half. They won't just be Sunday videos. I'll be like releasing them throughout the week as soon as I get to them. But it's important, and I will share resources on how to adjust with insecurities, things that each type of attachment style uses, whether it be defense mechanisms, sheltering mechanisms, how they deal with events. I'll be sharing all of that, and I'll also be sharing how to combat that and how to deal with it as a secure person dealing with an anxious person or dealing with an avoidant person, which is very, very, very difficult to do, but also very important. If you guys have any specific questions or things specifically you want to address, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'll make sure to address those in my upcoming videos. My camera died, so now I have to do this from my phone, and I don't know if the quality is going to be any different, but here we go. So for the time being, I will share a few sources in my bio, books I've read. Personally, I recommend the book Attached, which was recommended to me by my therapist. Book's very easy to read, very easygoing, but it really does give you a great insight. So And till next time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Please share. But subscribe so that you know and you get notified when I post my specific videos. And I'm gonna also link my Instagram handle in the bio. I actually changed it. It's called now, I changed it from a latte espresso, which was my Instagram handle for so freaking long. I was trying to be more uniform. So now my Instagram handle is Get Real With Me. I'll link it in the information description below, blah, 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 blah. And make sure you go follow me there. I will also be posting every time I'm posting a new video. So I also post questions, surveys, everything. Quite interactive, quite fun. You should check it out. But until next time, and in case nobody has told you today, you are beautiful and you are capable. And please make sure you know what your attachment style is. Bye.